Hey, everybody. It is I, Photo Dave. It's Toypixx's Thursday night live stream. Tonight, we're talking all things dioramas because when it comes to action figure photography, we need dios. And I'm thinking along the lines of what to do exactly for Toypixx when it comes to business as well. And with the Super MUSK out for pre order and all this stuff, I just thought, we're going to need to throw that out there. We're going to need to talk about this stuff. So that's what we're doing tonight. So if you're catching this on the replay crew, what is or who is your favorite 112 scale diorama maker? Now, I have a lot of tabs pulled up as far as different companies that are doing dio things. And I have some tabs pulled up as far as people that are just customizing dios and all that. So we're going to talk about all of it this fine evening. And I will tell you the reason that I was thinking about it was I'm trying to figure out what exactly all the steps are for Toypixx moving in the future. And so I was thinking to myself, what would be cool is to have days that are kind of nerd days and family days and all that. So people could come in, bring their stuff, bring their figures that they think would be fun. And I can have some dios set up and show them how to use some lights, and they could sit there and just play with their stuff and take a bunch of pictures. I thought that would be something that could be fun for people. And then I started thinking, okay, if that's part of the thing, then I need the dios to be fairly tough, fairly portable, and I'm going to need some portable lights to go along with me and all that. So anyway, I got started thinking about all that. The diorama talk, that's why that's happening, is because that's where my brain's at right now when it comes to Toypixx. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Sci-Fi George, greetings and toytation, sir. Thanks for stopping. The musk is a must. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, check this out. The musk is a must. The musk is a must. The musk is a must. Haha! 5 times, I would have tripped up. All right. Ooh, my head is big. I'm going to back this up a little bit. Kyrus, what's going on, man? Hello, sir. Good to see you. Kyrus is going to be, I haven't set up a firm date yet with him because I'm terrible at my email, but he'll be a guest on the Toypixx live stream coming up very soon. So stay tuned for that. And as always, if any of you guys would like to join me on any of the live streams coming up, feel free to email me at toypixx@gmail.com and we'll just chat with the chat about whatever the topic is. That's right. Chat with the chat. Mr. Matson, what's going on, sir? Thank you for stopping by, and thanks for the heads up about what happened at the 3POA. That was crazy. If you guys didn't know, it sounds like the 3POA, Ace gave away a musk to somebody on the, not on the show, but somebody that was in the chat, which is insanely cool. High School Creations is awesome. Facts. And they are one of the windows that's called up. Skew, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping by, sir. Appreciate it. Whew, Super Musk is primo deal goodness. Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna need show. What do we have? The Super Musk, no less. Oh yeah, that Super Musk. The fact that that's what he gave away, that is insane, and it's awesome. Ace is the man. Ace has shown many times over that he is here for the toy community. So anything we can do to help him out, that makes me happy. Something else, I was listening, I figured I'd answer a few questions about the Musk real quick that I heard him talking to Mad Hatter about the other night. And I thought, okay, let's get this ironed out. It sounds like it's the early bird pricing is $250. That goes through the end of this month. And then $58 to ship. So it's not bad. It's just over $300, like 308 or 310, somewhere in there, plus tax, possibly, whatever, So it's not that bad. It's kind of nuts. It's 4 feet wide, all that good stuff. Anything else he thought of? I can't remember what all there was, but yeah, I figured I'd throw those things out. I figure the big deal is the price and when the early bird ends. So let's see. Rex Ship, what's going on, man? Ahoy, sir. Thank you for stopping by this fine evening. Skew, these Dio producers are killing it. Ramen, high school creations, indie creators, and the BBTS diorama sellers. It is nuts. And it really, everybody wants to throw out the term golden age, and I almost put that in quotes, but that's just because I hear it all the time. I don't like constantly saying things that are all over the place that everybody says all the time, but feels right for this, I guess. Paul Morales, thank you for stopping by, Paul. I appreciate it. What do we got, Wreck Ship? I'd love to have some more dioramas, but I don't have all that much space, so I need diorama makers to make collapsible ones. I've got the one I have from High School Creations. It's held together with magnets, so you can take it apart and kind of stack it on top of each other, like on top of that stuff, or on top of themselves. Like, so it's got two walls pretty much, and you can take it apart, pull off some of the stuff. I'm trying to remember. I've got it back at my place, but it's going to be moving to the office here real soon. So I can't remember exactly how it's laid out just yet. What do we got? Skew Extreme Sets does a nice primo job too, or a nice prime job too. You said prime. Let's see here. They do. And I think of cardboard dioramas as pretty awesome. Ooh, look at this. Chill Fam Gaming TV. Hi, thank you for stopping by. It's much appreciated. All right. Ooh, big head there. Anyway, I was thinking about stay. Sorry. Oi. Stay prime. Anyway, sorry guys. When it comes to cardboard diodes, I was thinking about those. Those can be really good for having them kind of in the background. We were talking before about using a monitor for a background and being able to blur the image on the monitor because it's the background anyway. It's never going to be like the focus of the picture. But you could do the same thing with those cardboard diodes because oftentimes what happens with those is because they're cardboard, it's difficult to see dimension on them aside from the dimension being printed on. So if it's in the background and you blur them really well, you can't really tell that there's no dimension there. So I thought I'd throw that out, especially when it comes to the cardboard stuff. You don't have to worry about it so much with some of the dioramas we'll be discussing tonight because the shapes and everything are actually sculpted into the dio itself. So yeah, that was something I figured I should bring up. Let's see. I'm a new subscriber. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. What figure is going next? I love the Mofex Bane review and photography. Awesome, man. I appreciate that. And I don't know. So, what's been going on with you being a new subscriber? I have my place at my place, but I'm going to be moving from there into an office very soon. And so once I'm in that office, I'll be able to start shooting all that stuff and getting some of those videos out again. Lately, I've been helping my mom out quite a bit. So I've been at her place most nights. In fact, the vast majority of the last several months, I've been here. So I haven't been able to set things up to do a proper video review, but I assume it'll just be whatever stops by around when I have stuff set up. So you will know. You will know when it's up there, but I appreciate it. That was a fun one to do. I love shooting all those shots of Bane. Rick, Kyle, my BBTS pile came in yesterday. The ubiquitous Dio by Nova you featured a while back is in it. Gonna spend time building it this weekend. Excited. Rick, that's awesome. We've got some ubiquitous going up this fine evening that we're gonna chat about as well. Probably part of it's gonna be that Dio you got because that's in the thumbnail. All right, let's keep partying. Let's see what we got going. Whew. Exciting times in the chat. Brace is priority one. Magnets and breakdown is a must. Musk is stackable as per Mad Hatter. Wants to stack his for shelves. I love that idea that Hatter had. And Ace at that point was kind of like, Whoa, whoa, you don't want to get too high there, man. You're going to topple them. Let's see. Great idea. Stabby chill. Mr. Stabby is not happy, ladies and gentlemen. It knows that I'm definitely going to jump in on the Musk, and it is not happy with me at all. Mr. Manson, I got my Medicom Mofex Riddler yesterday. Ooh, his feet fell off and his left leg. What? First time I've had that happen with them. No damage. Well, that's good. I do have my Brown Wolverine. His foot falls off, but I can always peg it right back in there. At least that's something I'll say about Mofex is when things do pop off, it's not usually that you sheared anything. You get to put it back together, but that would bum me out. I'd be a little irritated by that, honestly. All right, let's see. Did you see the what do you got? What do you got? Okay, hold on. Ubiquitous is awesome, but your thumbs will hate you. Oh no. Tough to put together. Ooh. Got some tips about tools. Oh man. You might need to give me some of those tips a little later on if I get into that thing. Did you see the retail version of the Figura Obscura Frankenstein monster in Gods of Egypt? I did. That looks sweet. Like the Frankenstein, I know that I'm just I don't know my Frankenstein like a lot of other people did. I didn't read the book. I just know the Universal monsters. So when I saw the Frankenstein that they put up, I'm like, oh, that's the Frankenstein that I think of when it comes to Frankenstein, at least color wise. And I did see the Egyptian ones too. I thought the first ones were cooler, so we'll see. What's going on? Are you having fun yet, Kyrus? That's what we all need to know. Let's see. Yep. It's a good time. It's a good time to chat. All right, crazy. Did the leg pop back on? Oh, I'm sure it did. Yes, but I wasn't even touching it. I was messing with an. Oh, that's not good. That might be something where, yeah, what is that? Everybody uses the kikis or something? All right. So, like I said, I have a lot of tabs pulled up. So let's just start talking about some of the options out there. And we will start. Let's see. Oh, man, I got tabs everywhere. Let's start with this one. So this is Toys, and there's all kinds of stuff they've got here. So I'm on BBTS's website. Let me make sure that I'm doing everything right here. All right, cool beans. So I'm on BBTS anyway, and we're seeing a lot of stuff here. I would think now something else that Ace brought up when he was talking was yes, he does have plans to do more dioramas. And he said, and this makes total sense in my head from a business perspective, that the next thing he comes out with needs to be something that appeals to a lot of people. Obviously, brick walls and sewers and all that, those two combined are going to appeal to all Turtles fans, anybody that has any kind of street level character. It's going to appeal to a lot of people. But I think next up, the more I think about it, we're getting either something a little sci-fi or something a little Motu / mythic. But I don't want to. That was just me, spitballing there while I was thinking about what he was talking about. I don't want to go too far here, though, away from what this is, which is an MMM Toys kind of ruins type Dio. And it's just another option. We have so many options, and I haven't really looked at them all. I've looked at them all, but it's just been glancing. Now I'm looking at them going, I need to start getting stuff for some of these ideas I've got for Toypixx. But anyway, if you're into Mythic Legions, if you're into Motu, something like this is probably a fairly good pickup. Then as I keep going, look at this. Incomplete walls after the war. This thing gives me a real World War II vibe. Like this was after a very specific war, I would say. So it depends. Well, there's that. You hate to see that. But yeah, it kind of depends. Do you have figures that would fit with a World War II setup? Or is your imagination going to let you take some G.I. Joes back in time? Or maybe Captain America's back there and you can get a Human Torch and a Namor. So you can do this. Or Namor, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, this is just more MM Toys goodness. MMM Toys goodness. Maybe we should go toys. No, that won't work. That won't work at all. But yeah, just tons of stuff, and they're obsessed with dogs doing things in places they shouldn't be. But yeah, a lot of detail to these. This one is 180. The last one I think was 65. Oh no, 95. Okay, I was a little off. Then you've got an off-road buggy, which is crazy. I think that's pretty cool. And you can just keep going. I mean, the stuff that we've got at our fingertips, the stuff we have available to us is absolutely ridiculous. Here, you're not going to get a big time Dio setup out of this, but what you could do is have something set up behind this. This is where a monitor might come in handy and have some kind of relics background behind it. Set up figures up here, and you've got this for your sky, whatever the monitor's showing, all the good things. So, yeah, there's a lot we can do with this kinds of craziness or these kinds of crazy things. Then you've got all kinds of display stands, an explosion platform, conveying pipe. Let's see. I think they had hold on. We'll come back to other things. I think this is the one that had some kind of crazy pipe setup. This was cool. I like this. And this obviously isn't a Dio itself. It's just a pool table for your figures. I thought that was sweet. I think it's less sweet for 175 bucks though. Now, let's see how the old chat's doing here. We'll just sit on the pool table while we're talking about all this craziness. Ooh, I love MMM toy stuff also. Yeah. Oh man. Still have a touch of that cold. It just won't go away. The worst part is I haven't felt sick through any of it. It just won't go away. Thanks for the heads up from you and Toypixx. We'll be looking out for that. Oh, giggity. Skew MMM Toys is always on BBTS with fire. Oh, yeah. We've spoken about a lot of this before. This is true. I think I showed you the ubiquitous and MMM sets I have. Deja vu. Yep. We have talked about quite a bit of this. I want to make sure that everybody that is new to the chat and all that, they get a chance to check it all out. But yeah, it's just there's so much. Let's see, how did the MMM scale with figs like? I'm guessing you're going to ask about legions. Hey, go me. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. Mr. Matson, can you answer that question for Mr. Brick? Brick's wondering how the MMM toy stuff scales with Mythic Legions. See, Motu Mythic is possible as well as sci-fi. He should make awesome ones that fit several lines for photos, castle space stations, etc. Yep, and that's where you go. That's what I was doing when it came to the initial Patreon freebies was I was thinking, okay, what backgrounds are going to be the things that most people can use? And so since then, I've gotten a little more specific. I mean, I think I've got almost 100 of those free backgrounds for everybody to check out. So, hey, if you need a background for your stuff, go to the Toypixx Patreon. You can download whatever there for free. But yeah, I think I've got quite a few. So after a while, you're kind of like, man, what else can I come up with that the whole world wants or would enjoy? And it gets tough after a bit. Fortunately, Ace is on Dio #1. Lots of World War II dioramas from them. Dioramen. Oh, yep. Dioramen. Good Lord. Okay. Sorry. I even know the word. Should make those Motu mythic and sci-fi ones different and key photogenic and priced right again and modular. Keep that rolling. Yeah, I think Ace knows what's up. I think they're gonna kill it. I don't have any of their fantasy stuff, but they all look great. And the ones I have scale well with 1/12 and some 1/10. Sweet. Thank you for the answer, Mr. Manson. Skew, did y'all get that indie sci-fi, let's see, LED hallway that we looked at yet, or still on the way? I think Tragic ended up, well, no, Tragic had it. Bricks got it. That's what just showed up in Bricks' pile of loot, it sounds like. Okay, let me head back here. We'll keep going. And I think we're pretty much, I mean, MMM Toys has all kinds of stuff, but the stuff I want to concentrate on, aside from that pool table, because I thought that was cool, are things that can make up a really large scene, just because that's the type of stuff that I'm into. Now, one thing that I will talk, though, here real quick, some broken street corners. That might not be so bad. We're going to talk about Wall XD tonight. And one of the great things that Wall XD has is it has corners. So you can build a wall going in the front and going down the side, and then another corner here. So you can set up an alley looking deal. Like one of the problems with a lot of dios is you don't have, if you buy one dio, then you can either shoot on the inside of the dio or on the outside. Chances are, if you want multiple walls, though, you're going to need to shoot on the inside of the dio. And that's what Wall XD has done, is make it so you can shoot on the outside of the dio with more walls, with more dimension, because you have a wall up front, then you have a corner that you can build on that corner with more walls. So it's just good stuff. I enjoy the possibilities of the corner. So this corner caught my attention because, hey, maybe here's another corner you could use, but without anything here between the pillars, I'm not sure you can. So yeah, the reason I went over here is I think there's a crazy pillar setup that was kind of cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff here that I didn't know they had. What do we have here? Collection display 7.0, up display base. Sorry, guys. We'll come back and I'm sure talk about some of this stuff. Anytime I get any of this, I'll be sure to showcase it on the Toypixx website. Oh, okay. We're into sold out now. Toypixx website, videos, all those things. I will ship my pile of loot when dial tone comes in. Nice. How soon? Well, I guess we don't know. BBTS tends to tell you, hey, it's almost here. And then it can be like 2 days or 2 weeks. At least that's been my experience lately. I made it. Oh, Dio stuff. I know, spaded one. Thank you for stopping by, man. This is going to be fun. Like, this is stuff that I think I need to have for photography. And since the channel, in theory, talks a lot about photography, I thought, let's talk a lot about dios. To fill out those dios, get the super action stuff and five below $5 mini sets, extreme sets. Also has some nice stuff too. And Michaels and even eBay and Temu have 1/12, 1/10 items. NECA Alf has two. Oh, that's true. I didn't think about the NECA Alf. John's not here to tell me, Dave, NECA Alf, all the things. But you're right about all that. And you can get on eBay, like you're saying. You can do eBay, you can do Etsy, you can do all these places. Get cylinder blocks, get rocks, get bricks, get whatever you need. I mean, these things are pretty fun to try and fill out. All right, we're going to stop with the MMM toys. And let's now jump to, because I want to go with, I believe, this one next. All right. Now, this one is a little bit pricier. This is Mojing Toys. And we talked a little bit before about this roof. I know we've talked about that a bit. And I believe we talked about this sewer. My problem with this stuff, like, first off, it looks amazing. They absolutely killed it with the deco on this thing. But it doesn't seem like it's all that big, and it seems extremely specialized. And that's one of the things that Ace would talk about is being so specialized that who really wants it? Like you'll get a smaller group of people buying something that is this small. But now, and I don't mean small as in, but like, are people really going to go for this over, say, a street scene or just a regular sewer setup? I don't know, but it is an option. And options are good, as the great Mgo says. So we've got that. Like I said, we talked about this staircase. We talked about, let me see if I can find, they had it so that we could see the whole thing. And I wonder if it was just in one of these listings. It might have been, here we go. Okay. I believe it was in one of the listings. So you can put a couple together. You can get that. You get your roof. In order to do that, you're spending something like $340 plus tax and shipping. But hey, it's a thing you can do, I guess. So that's pretty cool. And to be perfectly honest, that is pretty cool. I would love to have something like that that Batman could hang out on, have in the background like a monitor with maybe the skyline of Gotham City or some just generic city with a moon in the background, Batman standing on here. I just think that would be kind of fun. The only thing that throws me off about this being like just a roof is the fact that, well, we've got stairs and we got lights, but I think we could probably hide those and make it look kind of like the point of some tall building. So yeah, they've got a lot of things. I don't know what really. Here's another rooftop though. There you go. 47 bucks for this rooftop. I had not seen this yet. Aha, okay. So there you go. You could get one of these, maybe just this white one. Stack them up. There's your rooftop stuff. Oh yeah, that one sold out. But anyway, another option there. See how everybody's doing in ye old chat. Skew, forgot Etsy, even better too. Yep. Oh yeah, 3D printers are absolutely killing it. I would love to see. Yeah, like what is it? Is it Luke Ness Monster that does a lot of the Star Wars 3D print stuff? Ace is doing it right. Keep it wide and usable for several lines. Facts. I mean, the width is a huge deal. Like, unless you have, see, I'm lucky enough, I have a telephoto lens, so I can back the camera way up, and it's almost like it pulls the background forward so it fills in more of the space. Now, it's just because you're far enough back, but if you try going that far back so that you can get the same effect with an 18 to 55 millimeter lens, you're not going to be able to zoom in enough to get the effect you want. So with a telephoto, you can do that. You can zoom in, you can keep the building in frame, and you're good. But most people aren't going to have that. And I prefer to not have to use the telephoto lens when it comes to action shots. I much rather use the 18 to 55 millimeter because you can get closer in on the figures, you can angle it and all that. But when you get super close, then it exposes a lot of the background. So with a wider dial, you don't have to worry about that. So I love that Ace is doing that. Let's see. This roof is awesome. You can use for anything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is all good stuff. I'm a fan. Ghostbusters 1. Let's see. For the one with the stairs, more to go with that build a diorama roof. Oh, I didn't think of Ghostbusters 1, but you're right. John, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by, sir. See, Empire Toy Works for some neat Star Wars style pieces if you still do it. Black Series. Better start matching with a vintage collection. Empire sells both scales. You know what? Somebody floated the idea of Black Series doing the same thing Legends is with their maximum whatever line it is. Black Series doing the same kind of thing. I would be tempted with something like that because at least Black Series has ball peg waists. So we'll see if they ever do, like if they do something like that, I'd be pretty excited. All right. What have we got done movie night kind of early since there was no traffic at all? Oh, John, I'm sorry to hear that. But hey, at least you get to hang out here. Spaded one. Diodes can be a bit of a rabbit hole once you buy it. Makes us, let's see, make a small one. You kind of immediately realize it isn't near big enough and you need to double it. And then it happens again. I know. That's why the Super Musk is so tempting. Let's see. I've got two dioramas still to open when I figure out where to put them. You know, that's one of the things I'm kind of fortunate about. I'm looking at my office space right now. I think I can put, like I showed you guys, there's sort of what I would kind of think of as an alleyway to the left of the main office that you would see from outside the doors. And I think in the furthest room in the back, I can set up my collection and maybe do the live streams from there. And then in the room that's more toward the front, I should be able to store diodes there along with lighting equipment and all that, and just have standard setups when it comes to people coming into the office. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be okay on space. But before, space was a pain. Buy or make. Okay. Okay. Yeah, make would be nice. I'm not sure I can dedicate the time. I would love to though. Like I want to learn some. I need to mess with some of it. All right. Why don't we, you know what I should be probably doing is getting rid of these windows as I go. But that's thinking ahead. Some of us we don't do that. Let's party. Now, what we've got is 12 World. Now, I dig 12 World, and this made it. Now, I'm just digging based on the looks. I don't actually have any of these. I've seen, what was it? D Hunter was talking about this stuff. Hang on, I gotta go. I've got too many windows open. What have I done? All right, hang on, guys. Hang on. I'll get back to it. I promise. Let's see. We did that. There it is. All right. So I've seen D Hunter talk about some of this 12 World stuff, and he showed off this set. There's two of these. One of them sold out on BBTS, but you can find it in other spots. So he showed it off, and it's kind of a tan color. Like they really lit it differently for the product photos, just so everybody's aware. Unless they did like a second C kind of this color that's over here on the side. That seems to be more the normal color. Oh, excuse me. Unless what they did was they just had a second edition and that's the one he got, or maybe his was the first edition. I'm not sure. But this is the kind of set that I look at and think, oh, Mythic Legions. Oh, Motu. Oh, Monsterverse. See, this is the image I have on the thumbnail, is the two of these combined. And yeah, I think this would be a really cool dio. So if I am taking these dios, setting them up in the studio, and possibly taking them to toy shows so people can walk into the booth and snap their stuff with the dios and all that stuff, I want to make sure that I can take them apart, that they're not a pain in the butt to transport, all that good stuff. And I think that would be what would be up with this. And I think it's a good looking dio. But, this is all just me. What are you guys seeing so far? And we will get to the Musk, obviously, but yeah, the Super Musk. But what are you guys seeing so far that you're thinking, oh man, that'd be really cool? Or what kind of dios would you like to see made? Or maybe, you know what we could do? What's the number one? What's your favorite kind of figure? And maybe what we could do is try and figure out what sort of dio to set, or what sort of dio, what kind of dio, what dio exactly to pick up to fit those figures. So let me know that in the chat. And we're about set here with 12 World. Those were the major ones with 12 World to me. Let me see if I see anything else. I mean, they've got cool stuff for sure. But I think when we're talking Dio, we're just talking this underground dungeon. We do have this military encampment, but I mean, that could work depending on what you're setting it up for. I just want a larger world to photograph, you know? I mean, the stairs would almost be no good unless I had the monitor set up behind it to show something in the background, because you're going to get, if you stand a figure, say, on near the top of the stairs or on this landing, what you're going to get is just a whole lot of background there. So I'm not sure about this one for me, but you might be able to make it work. Let me see. I do like that it's got the floor piece. See, like that's the danger there. Is a dude at the top there, and there's no real background. But again, if you have a monitor, good lord, Dave. Ugh, sorry about that. If you have a monitor set up behind it, or you have other stuff set up behind it, that's not such a worry. Okay, let's close that window. Ho, 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 ho. It is I. All right, let's get into the chat here for a little bit. See what we've got going on. Store dioramas are the best for the seller and the user, more for both. That's one drawback to the intricate ones that don't stack or break down. This is very true. This is very true. It is nice to have them break apart and be able to do what you need to do. That is one bonus I will give extreme sets for sure. They might not have details sculpted into them, but you can collapse them and put them in a box that's maybe an inch, inch and a half tall, and you're good to go. Plastic Battles, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. I have a bunch of these, really like them, but this one, the stairs broke within 2 minutes of me opening the box. Had to glue them back together. Oh, yeah. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Because I need to look at more reviews. I need to learn more about all this stuff. Anton, last of the Time Lords is here. What's going on, Anton? Thanks for stopping in, man. Skew, these ruins are kind of crazy, Dave. Do you have any tips for what is behind them besides zooming in? They can be narrow. If you buy more, that might help. But Stabby, I know, I know. So I talked a little bit about putting a monitor behind it. Maybe there's a lot of customizers that make trees that you might be able to put behind it as well. I don't know. Like that's where I'm lost on those. I know that I'm going to be able to be set up with a monitor, but I know that's not going to be everybody's thing. So I can't tell you when it comes to that sort of deal. The Dark Castle could serve Dracula or Frankenstein, the Wolfman, many others very well. Yeah, that castle would work for all kinds of Universal monsters also. I didn't even think of them, which is kind of silly. I totally should have thought of them. Sci-Fi George, I need an in-scale dio for both the HasLabs for Unicron and Galactus, along with his heralds and the rest of the Marvel cosmic entities, Marvel Legends cosmic entities, along with several Comic Legions characters for backdrops. Ideas. Oh man. As far as, let's see, as far as Galactus is concerned, you can shoot against just black and add in some stars, white dots all over the thing. I've got some cosmic type backgrounds on Toypixx's Patreon page that you could go check those out, download them if you think they'd work. What I would do, like, Galactus is tough. I was going to say what I would do. It's basically, dude just needs a giant He needs the cosmos behind him. Or maybe he's in a city. One thing I did, okay, I took a shot of Galactus. Let me see. I don't know that I can find it. Give me just a second and I'll see if I can find this on the interwebs. Oh, you know what? I think I've got it on the Toypixx website. At least I'd better have it on the Toypixx website. Let's see. Here we go. And then I'll call this up and I'll show you what I've got as far as, let's see, collection. I believe Galactus is on here. This way you'll get at least an idea of what I did. Hang on. Let me head back, give it a share. All right, so this is a shot that I did with Galactus. In this one, that is the building in the front there. That's a High School Creations diorama. So I put a little light in there. That's Stan and Jack hanging out. I thought that was fun to have Galactus looking in on Stan and Jack. And then the backdrop there is an actual backdrop. Like it's a cloth backdrop that I picked up. I believe it was 20 or 25 bucks, something along those lines. It's just a city skyline and it's got sky and all that good stuff, which makes sense in a skyline shot. And I set him up. You're not looking at a whole lot of, like, nothing in there was photoshopped as far as the setup itself is concerned. You're looking at practical backdrop. You're looking at practical building. You're obviously looking at practical Galactus. There were some color adjustments. I did a bit of a lens flare, but the setup there was a big 7x5 backdrop with a Dio I already had and Galactus peeking around the corner because he's huge. So you could do something similar to this, or you could try, man, I could put together, say, a background, like a Patreon background, where you see sort of a city in the background and a nice clear sky or a dark sky or whatever going on. And you can plaster that on a monitor. But aside from these kinds of things, when it comes to Galactus anyway, I don't know. I can't think of much. I will say this would also be a setup that could work for the Sentinel, though. Now let's catch and see what's going on with everybody here. And if I think of anything else, I'll let you know. That castle wider diode gets more shots broke down even better. See, the one nice thing about that castle is because it has that inner wall that turns and you've got that corner there, it's a little more forgiving than just a flat space. So yeah, that's one of the things I really like about that dungeon. High School Creations, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. I think you're seeing some of your handiwork on the screen here. John, I like that one, but yeah, the lack of background is a minor issue. Yeah, it gets tough when we're looking at this stuff, when we see those kinds of deals. I like dioramas and uncarded reviews. Thanks for stopping in, man. I like dioramas and I have accumulated quite a few, so many, in fact, that I probably shouldn't buy anymore. Of course, you should. Everybody needs more dioramas. Just keep your wallet away from the knife drawer. Spaded one. I'd like to see a company do something like 1/12 scale D&D dungeon, like the, let's see, tile, like stands in different themes that can click together to make a larger playmat. You know, Spaded one, that's something I've been talking about, is not necessarily a playmat. That would be very cool, but people like dio makers making ground setups instead of just always buildings, like a desert ground or something, you know? I think that would be really cool. That might be where I decide to start playing a little bit because it'll help things look a little more realistic. Skew, railroad hobby scenery, many scales, pieces, and or SHF monster figure, city type. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I didn't think of that. Skew's right. You could get the one, I believe they're 144th scale buildings that are basically just demolished anyway. And you can find them with a lot of the Gundam stuff. I think 30 Minutes Missions has some. I need a fair-sized fantasy dio. I like the MMM2 sets that are comparable, the stone archways, but I'd like something slightly larger. Huh. And I don't know that I've seen anything that would be slightly larger for that kind of deal. You'd almost have to make that. And some magnetic attachments for the NECA street scene or a wall. Let's see, I ought to make the fronts different shops or doors. Yep, that would be cool. Yeah, that would work out very nice. I wasn't even thinking about the NECA street scene. Those dials look great. I have to get some. They're necessary if we're taking pictures. Definitely need to load up on some dios. Oh, for sure. That's High School Creations has seen on the thumbnail. He knows. We'll be talking about Wall XD here very shortly. John, I lied. I actually have 3 to open. I should get to that. You should get to that, John. I want to see Alf partying some dios. Woohoo! Anton, it's a bit off topic. Did you like the Fantastic Four trailer? I can't wait. You know what, Anton? I'm glad you brought that up. I love the trailer. The only thing I don't like, and this is true with Harrison Ford as well as Pedro Pascal, is the producers allowed the actor to shine in front of the character. As in, Harrison Ford should have the Thunderbolt Ross mustache, and Pedro Pascal should have either clean shaven face or full beard and stash. Those are the only things that are bugging me right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now when it comes to Fantastic Four. All righty. See, one tip on the backgrounds besides monitors, in addition, use aquarium, terrarium backgrounds. Ah, very good call, Skew. And that was something that we could talk about a little bit too, is going to pet stores. You can get terrariums, aquariums like Skew's talking about. You can also get sort of desert looking stuff. You can get some broken down logs. There's all kinds of outdoorsy type stuff you can get at any of those pet stores, which is pretty sweet. Sci-fi Skew, I was thinking more space nebula in the background with floating asteroid belts. Yeah, that would be cool. I wonder about booms, like use a boom stand and put some stuff on that. Like I know some people will use a boom stand and they'll put some cotton on it to simulate clouds. That might be something you can try out too. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They were looking good. Anton, I know exactly what he's saying. You say, Stan, Jack, you talk to me about having to go out for supper, right? We're going burgers, right? No, no. All right. That fantasy is a must with all the Conan, Mythic Legions, Brutal Realm, Savage Crucible, Red Sonja, and Dungeons and Dragons out. See, a castle would make a lot of sense. Dungeon walls? Ooh. See, yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. Maybe that's next for High School Creations or Ramen Toys, getting some dungeon stuff going on. Sci-fi, what are some cameras you'd suggest? Canon, Sony, LG, Samsung. Have you worked with a camera on a rolling tracker wheel? That Galactus next to the building is kaiju-rific, Dave. Thank you, Sci-Fi George. I appreciate that. I'll tell you, honestly, I have a camera that I've been using for nearly 20 years at this point. It's a Canon. I think when we're talking about this stuff, it's going to be more about what your eyes can put up with. Like, do you need a screen on the back of the camera so you can look through there? Can you handle looking through the lens finder more? I think it's going to be what you want to do as far as tech is concerned. A camera body is usually cheap. people that want to get into photography, you can go back, you can find a camera body pretty cheaply. The lenses are what ends up hosing you. And it's always more about lenses to me than it is individual cameras. So the two lenses I use most are my 75 to 300 telephoto lens and my 18 to 55 just regular standard lens that came with the camera. If you want to know the camera model I'm using right now, it's a Canon EOS 20D. I mean, this thing is ancient, but it still works. I am to the point where I got to think about upgrading because I'm now having to go onto eBay to get the card for it to use. But yeah, it's going to be more about the lenses, I think, generally, than it is the camera. As far as, let's see, a rolling track or wheel, I have not. I have not done that. I messed with a Sony years ago, by the way, and it didn't give great color. I will say that, but it was also more of a point and shoot camera. So it wasn't like a real deal. So I don't know that I can necessarily judge it based on that. And again, that was years ago. So I don't know. There's a website called dpreview.com. The DP stands for digital photography. So if you go to dpreview.com, you can look up all kinds of cameras, all kinds of camera stuff, and you can see what the pros there rate things. But I think honestly, we've gotten to a point with cameras where the differences are going to be so minuscule and you have so much control on the back end. I'm not sure the camera matters as much as the filters and the lenses you get. And like I said, I have an 18 to 55 so that I can get right up on the figures, get really fun angles going on. And then I have a telephoto lens for getting kind of that standing there group shot, that sort of deal. Or depending on if you want to set up just this ultra cinematic thing, you can set up a background with just massive craziness and then have one character in the foreground like they're about to fight all these people back there. That's something that a telephoto lens is also very good for. Oh, yeah. Tragic. What is going on, sir? Good to see you. What's up, Dave in chat? Work demands my attention, but I will be here to listen and chat between calls. Phenomenal, sir. Thank you for stopping by. It's always appreciated. Uh, let's see. What? I got nothing. Now I'm just babbling at this point. Tragic. It's been too cold to be making dioramas. I can't wait for springtime. But in the meantime, I've been installing LEDs into very expensive Mezco figures. Yep, that Joe is looking good. And yeah, as far as being cold, I'm in probably fairly close to the same latitude as Tragic's in. I had to scrape my car off. The whole thing was basically a sheet of ice, as is the driveway. The only safe place to walk in this neighborhood is the street because cars have been on it enough to make it so it's not just a sheet of ice. Cold is bad. Sci-fi did wind up getting another Cosmic Legions character, Vorga. Let's see. I'm right next to Alice looking for the white rabbit. Nice. Great googly moogly. Okay, guys, let's get a couple more chats here and get back to it. My forest background is a terrarium background. The ground is just an old gaming mat. Now, see, that's awesome. These are the things that I need to figure out more. Skew, props to Dreadnought Ryan for that terrarium and aquarium background tip. Nice. All right. I don't know Dreadnought Ryan, but much appreciated, sir. That's phenomenal. Okay, let's get back to all this. Present. What do we have now? I'm kind of all over. Which one is this? Here we go. Now we've got some ubiquitous stuff going on. This right here is the Dio that Brick got in his pile of loot. And this thing looks phenomenal. Like, this looks amazing. And then you're seeing all the walls here that you've got going on. Let me show you as we go through. This is perfect for any kind of sci-fi anything, honestly. Like you could put Star Wars in here, you can put Transformers in here. This thing is amazing. See, it works with action figures at any scale. Well, that's nice. Yeah, you can get purple lights. See, I think we talked about this before where I look at this and all I see is Darth Vader coming through that ship and just wrecking those guys in Rogue One. Like that, just that is almost worth it. But yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff when it comes to ubiquitous here. But I thought I'd show that because that's cool. And it's something else. You know, you don't get to talk a lot about sci fi style stuff. Here's more sci fi style stuff. See, here I would be hosed. I'd have to end up buying more of these just to get this cool little walkway looking deal. Like that thing, just that part's rad, but the walls are sweet. And I don't know what all we're looking at here. It almost looks like, yeah, it looks like there's a lot of stuff here that isn't necessarily like here. We're looking at this piece, and we'll be looking at this piece. And then the other piece that we looked at before, the one with the LEDs, doesn't seem to be shown here. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. This is one that I would suggest looking into, see where all you can find it, because anybody that's into sci-fi of any kind, these guys seem to be really cornering the market where everybody else is going after the more real world stuff. Ubiquitous is going a little crazy. They're going a little crazy with the sci-fi, and I love it. Like you can make halls here and have it perfect for your figure photos. Okay, we're going to close this one out now. Woohoo! All right, and we are almost. Let's show another here. I swear I had all these called up. Oh, hey, look at this one. We know the person that did this. So this is Wall XD. And the thing I am most excited about when it comes to Wall XD, I mean, I think the whole project's cool, but what I love the most are these corners. These are the game changers. Like these are the things that are going to give your dio a lot more dimension when you're setting things up. Add walls here, and suddenly you don't have to have this huge wide setup because you've got these walls coming towards you this way. And yeah, it's something that I'm really stoked about. This to me is kind of a revolutionary deal. I don't see it with a lot of other stuff. That's why I'm so excited about it. Now, I don't want to take away what else we've got going on here. You can paint it however you want. One of the things I really like with this artist proof one, one of the things I really like about this is almost how clean the wall is, because you could rough it up some. You could sit there, give it a wash. You can maybe add some graffiti. You can just, it's a great base for any kind of dio setup, any kind of city deal you've got going on. So I'm really, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, yeah, what can I do? Like I want to do a graffiti Toypixx logo and put it on some of this stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then you've got just a good old fashioned boarded up wall, which seems to make a lot of sense when it comes to the figures that we're messing with because of where all they'd be throwing down. But yeah, I mean, this is another great piece that we could go nuts for, and they're not breaking the bank. But like I said, the fun for me now, obviously, the more you buy, you guys know how it works with a hobby. You buy a lot, you're going to spend a lot. But again, this is what's exciting to me. I love that these corners exist. Like, look at that. The way that that's able to be built, that just adds so much dimension rather than just a flat wall. That has me stoked. Now, let's keep going back to the chat. Usually I try and hit everybody. It would be great to see the Dungeons and Dragons characters from the old animated TV show with Bencher. I mean, I don't know that show so well. I was around for it, but I didn't watch it all that much. Crashbox Customs does some fantasy settings. The Amazing uses them. Not sure if taking orders right now or what's up. Check them out too in High School Creations. Yeah, I know about Crashbox Customs because of The Amazing, but whenever I go there, they're not taking orders. And for me, that's a bummer. So it's kind of like, okay, and no shade to them. If they're doing fine and they don't need to take a lot more orders, I totally get it. Like what they're doing takes a lot of time. So again, no shade at all to those guys. It's just when you go there enough and things aren't available, you just kind of stop looking. But I will have to go back and check them out again. EJO, that Galactus looks great. All digital these days. Not really. Like that one was, well, yeah, as far as photo equipment, yeah. Let's see. I love that Galactus. Thank you, Tragic. I appreciate it, man. I was trying to use it to come up with ideas to help out. Anton, I'm still catching up, but those Hasbro D&D animated aren't too bad, but can be brittle, so be careful. Always has them often. Were they brittle or were they just so rubbery that you just pulled pieces off too easily? Anton, so I've heard about those figures. I think Super 7's making some as well. See, I'm looking to both Fantastic Four and Superman. Looking forward to both Fantastic Four and Superman this July. Big props for them, including the retro style Herbie. I know. Like the trailer was great. I I have to say I'm most excited for Superman just because Superman means more to me than the Fantastic Four, which of course means that if I don't love Superman, I will be far more disappointed than if I don't love the Fantastic Four movie. But I'm stoked to see them both. Anton, I would recommend any of those places. Let's see, Forbidden City. So the gorillas have occupied that. Maybe Taylor or Petersburg and Allen, Virginia. I'm looking for a place to hide. I know not things. Forbidden City. Great, googly moogly. Skew, that's the one I love. That hallway. It's on the long-term list. The one Tragic and Brick got. The ubiquitous is fire. Yeah, that one's nice. And like I say, right now they seem to be the ones killing it with just the made. Like you can just pre-order it. Sci-Fi Super 7 is currently doing the animated D&D characters. I have the set from Hasbro, but like Skew Raider said, they are very brittle, except for Venger. He's the opposite. See, I thought they were rubbery and like things just popped off, but it's not that they pop off, it's that they snap off, eh? Skew, let's see. Well, XT is fire. They stack and are solid. No buckling or bending so much, right? Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan. I do need to pick these up too. Scale corners vertical and horizontal. Man, oh man. You do good work, sir. I just want you to know. Thanks for the shout. Of course, dude. Like you're the first. That's the first Dio I ever got. Was the one that I ordered from you. I love that thing, and the only reason you haven't seen it lately is it's just not here. It'll be back here in the new office probably within another couple weeks. Hell yes, we need more of this kind of pre-made customizable display stuff. Makes things so much more fun to have a spot to display in that isn't a bare shelf. You know what? That's true too. And the way Hatter was bringing that up, I never thought of that. But like me, I'll have to use this stuff. But I can see people buying this stuff just to have a sweet display. Ray, hey Dave, hey chat. Welcome, Ray. Thanks for stopping in, man. I wish there was a figure next to the wall so I could see how tall the wall is. What do you got, High School Creations? Can you answer how tall the wall is? And if not, we'll see if we can find it. Is this your voice or are you an old radio guy? Baba Bobby, I am an old radio guy. No, this is my voice. Thank you. Let's see here. Yes, Superman and Herbie the Robot was wonderful to see. And did anyone notice that the red ghost makes an appearance? Ooh, I did not notice that, Anton. Might have to go back and check that trailer again. Skew, brittle arms and legs, Wave 1 D&D animated, Eric and Bobby especially, but Diana too. Just be very careful with them. See, I hear that and I'm like, just avoid them. But if they're the only real options, who knows, you know? Let's see, that's in Planet of the Apes. See, Anton, I need to watch more things. I think that's what I need to do with my monitor. I need to just set it up and have like movie days. I wish someone would make a soft goods third party of those characters. Man, Ray, what if like Mezco did some of those D&D characters? That'd be fun. Those Hasbro D&D figures were horrible, although I do have a few that I've managed to keep in good condition. It sounds like that's a lucky thing, EJO. Congratulations on it, though. Let's see. Hasbro blind boxes. Stinking. Yeah, fortunately, they're done with those. 12 by 12. There's the answer. Fantastic. Thank you very much for answering, sir. Appreciate it. Ray Pass, me too. Buy them for sure. Sumbo team made that classic D&D show. Must have. Whew. All right, let's see. Sidewalk is 5 inches deep. Oh, man, that's a great sidewalk, too. Fantastic, HSC. Thank you, man. John Malkovich is the red ghost. I have to watch this again, don't I? Stinking trailer. Making me feel silly. Let's see. Yeah. Basically, if John Malkovich is in anything, it's insane and must be seen. Oh, wow. I didn't know you were in the chat. Thanks. Nice style. Great stuff. Yeah, he's here answering questions. We appreciate it, High School Creations. Spaded One. Vasco Toys has a video up where he customizes a Wall XD for a Mafex Batman. And he shows the fig with the Wall XD in the thumbnail and throughout the vid. That is sweet. And I wanted to bring him up too. Vasco, now I've got a thumbnail, so we can check out some of his stuff on Instagram, where I've got a tab open for that. He did a video where he did the Nerdzoic toy store. And the way that, I think what I appreciated most about the video, and I love the dio that he put together for sure, right? But I think what I appreciated most about the video is his thought process. Like, he thought about every single detail of that thing. And it's really cool. So if you haven't seen Vasco Toys' video where he sets up the Nerdzoic toy store, go check that out. It's really cool. And like I said, it does end up being a really sweet dio. Ray, that would be awesome, Dave. Yeah, sweet.
Did you feed her?
All right, Anton, I don't know if anyone noticed there's also a new Jurassic Park trailer. It looks pretty good. I did not see the Jurassic Park trailer. But now, let's close down. I've got all these tabs open. And now I've got to look up and see what we've got. All right. Thanks again to High School Creations for stopping by. That is much appreciated, sir. And don't worry, we've got more to talk about when it comes to you, because we've also got your page up and ready to go. La, 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 as long as I can find it. Here we go. So we've got right here High School Creations Instagram page. Make sure if you guys aren't following him yet, you do, because his stuff is pretty incredible. Like I said, the first ever thing that I got as far as dios are concerned was from this man, and it's an amazing dio that you guys saw it in the Galactus shot. And if you look on the Toypixx website, you look at the collection, you'll see it all over the place. Like I use that dio a lot until I've been here a lot more lately. I also noticed a lot more too, and look at this. Like this is crazy. High School Creations going absolutely nuts with stuff like this. And this is stuff that sadly you can't just buy online. Like, I mean, I'm sure he'll put a lot of this stuff up for sale if it's not already. But what I'm saying is, you're not going to have a company come in and make a city like this and make it super cheap. That's just not happening. This is just amazing work. I love kind of the brownstone look he had going on that side. This is amazing stuff that's going on with this kind of thing. I'm just stoked to show off all this stuff and make sure everybody knows that these dio businesses, these people, I want people to know what's going on. See, the trailer had a cool Jetsons feel to it. That's true, sci-fi. That was a very nice feel. I love the car driving around. I looked at that and I'm going, and obviously it wasn't flying around, but it did have, like, just the car had a very cool Jetsons effect. Just that look, I guess. 60s mixed with Jetsons, maybe. Excuse Scarlett Johansson in Jurassic Park. That's true. We've got Black Widow crossing the streams. I don't think I've seen, I knew she was going to be in it, but I don't think I've seen any trailers yet. Ah, sorry, Ray, I can't seem on you. Hang on. Okay, Chad, don't let me down. You let me click, or I'm going to be sad. Wonder if it's because I've got this video playing. Ah, things are disappearing. There we go. I still haven't watched the FF trailer. Ray, you should check out the FF trailer. I think it's a good trailer. I haven't seen a lot of people's opinions, but I think the people in the chat tend to think it was pretty cool. I like the Superman trailer because of Crypto. Crypto, that was, I wonder how he's going to be handled in the whole thing. You know, I'm not sure. I hope that he's handled very well. It seems strange to me that the Crypto shows up in the first one, but I do trust James Gunn. I mean, I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, so we shall see. I noticed the Doctor's TARDIS is there. That looks great. I did not notice the TARDIS was there. But yeah, I mean, High School Creations was nice enough to pop up in the chat to hang out. So make sure, like I say, if you're not following him yet, you give him a follow. Hopefully, if you can, pick up some of the stuff. I'm going to need to pick up more of his stuff. That is crazy. It's insanely gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, he does incredible work. Like, he really does. Okay, must click more buttons. Spaded one, the FF trailer looks amazing, but I gotta know what's up with Ben's uniform. It looks like inflated. It doesn't resemble fabric over hard moving rock at all. Everything else, no notes. I did not notice that, Spaded one. I'll have to go back and check it out. And then I'll rage. I'll be like, oh, CGI bad. I won't. I'm not much for raging. Skew, amazing. Yeah, like this stuff, the man knocks it out of the park. All right, dream setup right there. I mean, yeah, I mean, if I could set this up at the studio, I might be good. Just shoot from all angles. I'm gonna watch the FF trailer for sure tonight. Yeah, you should. Like I love that Herbie has a '60s robot look to him too. Like it's a lot of fun. It's just a fun trailer. Let's see. Team Crypto. All right. Crypto is cool and funny in this scene. That's true. Hashtag Team Crypto. Jail, I'm not too pleased. Hold on, let me see here. What do I got to do? I got to push buttons. I'm not too pleased with the style of dog they use for crypto. Eh, we'll see. I don't know. I didn't notice that. I didn't think anything was wrong there. Let me see here. Ghost tab. What's going on? Wait. Oh no, it disappeared on me. Oh, come on now. Come on, chat. Don't you do this, StreamYard. Let's see. If Snyder was making the new Superman trailer, Superman would be crying halfway and crypto would have been ripped in half. I try not to get into the Snyder talk and all that stuff. Scoreboard, box office. That's really all that they care about. That's all that any of us need to know to see how well they did or didn't do. Let's see. Blame Ben's costume on unstable molecules. Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that, sci-fi. Maybe, you know what? Maybe those unstable molecules are there and they're adjusted for Ben's costume to make it so he doesn't look so rocky underneath there. I didn't even think about that. All right, guys, we're going to jump in. I'm going to close down the high school creations video, but seriously, be sure you give them a follow if you're not following them already. Now, here we go. This is Terraformer, and he's somebody I've been following for a little while. This is one of those trees that I was talking about when people say, what kind of things can we put in the background? This tree is amazing. Now, I don't know how often people are doing these things. I don't know what their schedules are like. I mean, keep in mind, this stuff takes forever. Like, I'm sitting back here saying I don't want to work on dios right now because I know it would take me forever to do one. So we're looking at Terraformer. He might be somebody who's just doing things on his own, and it might take him a while to get stuff out the door. So I just don't know. I don't know how often you should expect to get stuff from some of these guys. I just don't know. I do know that these trees are remarkable. Like a lot of times we see trees and they're okay. But to be honest, if it looks like something I can do, I'm not usually impressed. This does not look like something I can do. This looks very cool. So definitely check this out. He's got a ground made going on here. I'm assuming what we're looking at here is, and I don't know, let me see here. Just finished this 112 scale swamp dio. The dock and building facade are magnetically attached the side of the dio so that it can be used a few different ways. The trees are also magnetically, let's see, attached. Nice. Huge thanks to any fellow diorama artist. Oh, Vasco Toys. And I don't know that one. Might have to follow Sage JDG for all the feedback they gave me on this one. Nice. So what I was going to say is my assumption would be that this is a lot of like the forest scenery sort of stuff you can buy at places like Hobby Lobby, but I don't know. And the fact that he talked about how it was all magnetically put together, like this is very cool. So Terraformer is another person that I've seen stuff of that I just think, okay, this is rad. There's something else. Yeah, a lot of great stuff that he does. So make sure and give him a follow as well. It's important stuff and it's cool stuff. And that's the kind of stuff that's going to work really nicely for photos. Skew, the thing is practical in scenes too. It's not all CGI. It looks good too. The running might be. I did notice the running a little bit, but he's a giant hunk of rock with limbs. He's not going to be moving too fast. EJO, however, my dog would make a perfect classic comic book accurate crypto. Ah, see, maybe you call James Gunn and say, look, is there still time to CGI in my dog so you can see what's up? That could be. Ghost Tab, FF trailer was all right. Having Galactus as the first villain feels like a waste. We shall see. Galactus is one of those villains, though, that you're not going to be able to get rid of. Like a lot of villains in the MCU, obviously they just kill him off right away. Galactus, he could still be a big time threat, even if Reed tricks him with what is it? Oh man, I can't remember. Oh no, the nullifier, something like that. Even if he tricks him with that little weapon this time, Galactus is smart, he's huge, and he's a cosmic threat. We're not going to get rid of him in the first Fantastic Four movie. Anton, I like everything about the Superman trailer. I like the Guy Gardners, they're Mr. Terrific. It should be really, really fun. I hope so, man. That's the one that I want to be awesome. Like, I want them both to be awesome, but I really want that one to be awesome. I see the ROM action figures for sale on Amazon. Yeah, ROM's here, man. Okay, let's slow down. We're going to take that off. We have but one more, and we brought him up already. And then we'll be getting to the Musk here to talk about that. We have Vasco Toys, ladies and gentlemen. Vasco has done some crazy stuff. Like I saw a post where he was basically saying, yeah, I want my Star Wars guys to have something cool, so I think I'll make a Star Wars Dio. And I think what we're looking at here is quite a bit of the process. So we've got that where you've got those crazy lights going on in the back. Let's keep going. Yep, there you go. Let's go through these a little bit and see what we've got. That is sweet. Now that is something that's more a display base, but it's an incredible display base. So I get a hold of Vasco and be like, hey, Vasco, can you make me that for my Star Wars figures? And obviously you can use it as a Dio bit too. But yeah, that is sick. That's good stuff. I also like things like this. Like I can't make these. This is incredible. Just little like you get on Amazon, you get on Etsy, you get on eBay, you get to find little cylinder blocks and bricks, and everybody's got those, and they're great. I love that we can buy them, but not everybody has awesome, just crazy, crackling rock like this. And this is something I love that's going on here. Let's just keep going this way. He's showing how it all kind of hangs out in the background. What was this one? Yeah, that is sweet. There we go. Okay. So he did a whole video on YouTube talking about this Nerdzoic store that he did. And like I said, the really cool part about it to me was the entire thought process that he went through when he was doing it. Like he even lit up the store sign there with the Nerdzoic logo and all that. Like this thing is just sweet. So yeah, Vasco is another one that I think we should definitely be checking his stuff. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let's see how. Yep, I have seen these buttons before. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would if you're not following Vasco Toys yet, make sure you are. Just his thought process is incredible. Now, let's head back to the chat, see how everybody's doing, and then we'll get to the Musk and the Super Musk. Great googly moogly. Ray, that tree is gorgeous. Yeah, Terraformer did some awesome, awesome stuff. See, thanks for the ROM heads up. And that light makes it look so real. Yep. Let's see, seeing that Winnie 112 scale card. Let's see, card bricks gives me anxiety. That's why you let someone else do it, Spaded One. You're good to go that way. I would have loved to see Annihilus. I hope he shows in the sequel. That would be cool. That would be cool as well. I don't know. I mean, maybe Annihilus shows up. I think Galactus, it's either, here's the thing, the big universal threat's going to be Doctor Doom. So Galactus coming in, he's just going to be a cosmic threat that can always be there. So I think it's okay bringing him in. Bringing Doctor Doom in too early would be a problem. See, Crypto's made to look like Gun's dog. Oh, I didn't know that, Harry. Thank you, sir. Well, I think if he's made to look like Gun's dog, I'm afraid, EJO, you don't have much of a chance of getting your dog in there. Gun's going to be like, no, we're using my dog. Let's see. Galactus will come back. Let's see. Due to Franklin Richard. Yep. Ray, my guess is that Galactus will show toward the end of the movie. Movie was pretty predictable, especially Disney Marvel or movies are pretty predictable, especially Disney Marvel movies. Hopefully, they're going to course correct and not make it so predictable. I don't have much faith in that, but that is the hope. I likes it. Ghost have Guy Gardner haircut reminds me of Stewart from That's true. I haven't thought about Stewart from Mad TV in, well, probably since the last time I saw Stewart on Mad TV. Ultimate Nullifier. That's it. Thank you, Anton. Wow. Ghost have an accurate Star Wars dial would have a Ross sign on the back. It's just cold. It's just cold. No, because when they're in the galaxy far, far away, there is no Ross. At least I don't think there is. There's probably another discount place. What have I done this time? Oh no, did I lose? Uh-oh, guys, I might have lost the place. Hold on, let's see if I can find this. Here we go. Whew, that was scary. Anton, everybody have a great night. Everybody enjoy the Super Bowl. Good night. Good night, Anton. Thank you very much for stopping by. Obi Nobi. My phone or my screen disappeared for a bit. For just a quick minute. We'll keep going here. Get through a few more of these, and then we'll head to the Super MUSK, which is something we need to talk about. You gotta show some Mr. C5050 if you're talking Dio stuff. That dude does large scale stuff. Ooh. Mr. 5050. Okay. We might check that out too. And something else we might do because I'm getting annoyed. I don't want to just keep seeing him clicking the button. Let's stick there. See, take care. Yeah, sir. Let's see. What do we have? Harry, I heard Galactus is going to be on the Fantastic Four. Get to the 616. Maybe. I do not know things, but that'd work. Yep. We have here Vasco also does walkthroughs and tutorials. Super helpful. Yep. I've seen a couple, but I was just blown away by his talking about the Nerdzoic deal, you know? Ghost Tab, they're on the wrong universe in the first movie. Then they moved back to MCU 616. So all the other, see, like Annihilus will show up. It'll be awesome once they are on the right universe. I hope. I hope so. I hope so. Woo, Norrin in the 616. We need the real Norrin Rad in the 616. I will say that. See, I just subbed to Vasco YouTube channel. Awesome, Ray. It's a great channel. He does really cool stuff. Sci-fi Woody 222 calls his basement Big City because he has so many. Nice. Oh man. Okay. All right. Mistack 5050. I might actually have him in here somewhere. Hold on. Let me go to, let's find him, and then we'll go to the Super Musk. Sorry for the delays, everybody. But I do want to make sure that the people that are awesome are getting their love here. Do I not? Oh, I am following. Okay. So let's make sure that we're on the correct page here. Holy jeez. Look at that. That is a huge dial. And I have seen some of these. I don't believe, I can't understand how I didn't even think about this. This I've seen, and this thing is absolutely insane. These, look at something like that. You want to do toy photos, game on. My only concern would be the materials. Like, this is not something that I'm going to drag from convention to convention with me because I'd be scared to death I'd hurt something. But aside from that, that thing is gorgeous. Obviously, Home Depot helped out quite a bit. Wait a sec. Hold on. Let's go back to that video. Okay. We're all watching. I mean, this is the first time I'm watching it. Looks like it stacks really easily. I wonder what the material does. Is he using the pink foam? Wow, it really does look like so. Unless he's got magnets all over that just these things attach to really easily, that thing goes together really well. And I love that effect. That is rad. That's right, rad. Stav, as long as FF doesn't meet with Namur. Whoa, yeah, I know. And I've seen this. I can't believe I didn't think to call this guy out. Like, call him out. You know what I mean. I can't believe I didn't think to show to have him called up in tabs. Spaded one. That's a Mythic Legion standing there all alone. Absolutely massive. Yeah, this thing's incredible. Ah, no, I pushed the button and it showed for a minute and then it went away. Does that Dio come with a, let's see, its own pair of mice? I don't know. It probably could. You just leave it alone long enough, it'll have them on its own. Breakdownable? Dope. Yep. Definitely breaks it down. Oh. That's right. Another hammer joke. Spaded one. Yeah, this dude is awe inspiring. Yeah, that is crazy. Ah, must push buttons. That's amazing. Yeah. I'm not sure I've seen this video. Well, I know I haven't seen the video. I saw the finished product. That's what we're talking about right there. Yep. That's a beast of a dio. Yes. Awesome, Skew. Make sure you guys are giving him a follow. I was following him. I just wasn't paying my attention when I was hitting tabs. All right. We're going to close this down. And it is time, ladies and gentlemen, because I can't not talk about this thing. I've been talking about it since Ace first started talking about it. I needs me this Super Musk, and I think it's going to be something very cool for Toypixx. It's all plastic. I can drag it around with me. I can keep it in the studio and take it to conventions so that people can use it to take pictures. So let's click on this bad boy right now and see if we can answer any questions that people have. Right here, there's a bunch of little, like, you can order these parts separately, which is pretty sweet. I'm going to click on the Super Musk itself. And here's what we're looking at. I believe to get all the unlockables, it needs 1,200 orders. So we got to work on that, but it can come close. I think we can get there. I think people are a little nervous because of the situation between the US and China right now as far as tariffs are concerned. One thing though that Ace brought up that is 1000% correct: commerce doesn't stop, ladies and gentlemen. We need our iPhones, we need our droids. Basically, here's what's going to happen. They're going to work out some kind of deal between the US and China because we're not going to be able to buy hardly anything without Chinese labor, and they need US money. So those the two countries are going to have to work it out and figure things out. And that's basically what Ace was saying is, yeah, I'm not concerned about this. My concern is with 296 people. This is only the count for the Super Musk, by the way. With only 296 people, as Ace has been making the rounds, my concern would be that not enough people are ordering because they're a little nervous about all that. But I don't know for sure. I just know that I need this thing, and it is glorious. Sci-Fi George makes you wonder what he could do with Legos. Oh my God. I don't even like to think along those lines. Ray, Ace is a savage. He is so dang talented. He's crazy talented, and it's very clear that he's here for collectors. And that's what's awesome. I mean, he's still making money, so you've gotta let the man make some money. Otherwise, he can't do this stuff. But the fact that he can do it as well as he can for the cost he can and still be able to keep going because he's making the money, man, Ace does. Ace knows what's up. Let's see. My biggest concern is the space. I'll probably get one. See, again, this is one of those things. It's 4 feet wide. It's one of those things that I think I'll be able to store in that little room leading to the collection room. But yeah, this thing's incredible. Super Musk is dopeness. Was wondering if Wall XD might fit on this. So awesome. I wonder about that as well. I know 5-inch sidewalks. I wonder though, depending on how it comes apart, my assumption would be, since it's stackable, that we can pull these pieces off this top piece, but maybe not. I don't know. Because if we could do that, then we could add a Wall XD on top of it. Ray, how many does he need? I know I'm getting one. Just have to make sure I got the cash together first. He needs 1,200, Ray, to hit all the tiers. I mean, he's good. He'll sell it. But to hit all the tiers, and we'll go in and look at some tiers too here. USPS backed off already of the service stuff. You called it, Dave. We need the stuffs. Yep. Yeah, I saw that today, and I'm just wondering how it's all gonna play out. But Ace is right. Like, there's no way that commerce stops. Dio looks better than the NECA Dio. I agree, and I think the fact that we've got a street scene going on and the fact we've got a sewer scene, it's like a wide setup, so we'll be able to take some really cool shots because we don't have to worry about things, just like usually if you have a really thin diode and say you want to take an angle shot of some figures right here, you're going to end up seeing all this stuff back here. But if you just move the figures over, because you have the super wide Dio, you're still going to have just Dio in the background, and that's amazing. Something else I really love about this is it's got these walls going in both directions, perpendicular to each other. So they're creating walls as well. So you'll be able to set things up, shoot in this corner, shoot in that corner, set something up behind this grate. I mean, it's just really cool. All right, what do we got, Ray? Oh, I got to go on Ramen later to look at the dimensions. This is fire, though. I know. Let's see. Let me see. I think he's got the dimensions on here. Hang on, Ray. Let me see if I can find that for you. Here we go. I think it was this very first image, maybe. Wait, oh, maybe I just need to go. Oh, come on. Let's try this again. Okay, he's got two images. I'm guessing this second image. Here we go. All right, here's the dimensions, everybody. So we're looking at 24 inches high. We're looking at, let's see, 24 total, approximately 16 inches. What is the approximate 16 inches? I'm assuming it's this. And then this is 8. I don't know there, but approximately 48 inches this way. So yeah, I think what we're looking at here, I don't know. Like, there's no way that this thing is 40 inches tall. Maybe, you know what? I guess there is a way that this thing's 40 inches tall, considering looking at the dimensions. I don't know. I'm trying to read this. Who's got a guess here? But yeah, it's enormous either way. Yeah, 5-inch sidewalks, but maybe use motorcycle instead of cars, but coolness. You can use motorcycles, cars, you can throw anything up there. I mean, a ramen racer might fall off if you're using the Wall XD. Maybe build something to put the Wall XD on behind it and over it. I'm sure BBTS will cover for the missing sales. That's probably true, Ghost Tab. And something else that they brought up during the Hatter chat was how much the ramen racer's going for on eBay, and people are getting $400 and $500 for it. Like, I looked at the sold items. So imagine getting a few of these and just keeping maybe one or two and selling the rest. That would pay for plenty. The modularity is great, makes it super versatile. Yep. Yeah, and that's what's going to make it great for taking around to different shows, conventions, all that. They do quality stuff. Have A-Team and Punisher vans on the way. Got the Marshall favorite figure last year, and this one too. Really? I remember people saying that the Marshall was awesome. There are ways to circumvent tariffs. Fruit shippers purposely land in other countries, so change the country of origin to save on tariffs. Nice. See, I'm good. I just want to see what happens. I'm more curious. Like, I like the business aspect of what's going on with all of it. I want to see how the negotiations turn out. 16 inches deep? Maybe that's what we've got going on. But it looks like, I don't know. I really don't know how to read this. Like, usually you would have, if it were 24 inches tall, you would have like another line here showing the 24 on that line, and it goes from top to bottom. But if we're looking at this being approximately, well, I can't tell you. Like, I was going on this being a full 24 inches, so this would be about 12 inches, so this would be 12. I can't imagine. I mean, that would be massive if we're talking 16 inches plus this. I mean, it's huge anyway. Let's see what the people are saying. And I know the 3POA podcast last night, maybe they brought up the dimensions there. Dude, I got the Marshall too. It's awesome. This would be my first ramen toys purchase. I have to say that. I mean, Ace is clearly here for collectors, but I just haven't been all that interested in a lot of the stuff. This I am deeply interested in. Yep, it's 16 inches deep. Okay, okay. Thank you, Skew. I appreciate it. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, hold on. Let's look at it again. Yeah, because it's going from here to up here. Okay, I see. I see. That's a deep place. Like, that is sweet. You can almost set up panel lights inside the set and hit them there. Let's see. Thanks for looking for the size. I'll check it out later, Dave. You bet, Ray. Anybody have any questions? That's what we try to do with this stuff. I can't answer everything. Can stack them too, but when we can answer them, we'll find it. If you get two Super Musks, you can have a multi-level sewer. I know, that is redonkulous. That's right, redonkulous. Ghost Tab, you can't circumvent like that. It's country of manufacture, not where it's shipped from. Ah, okay. You guys know way more about that kind of stuff than I do. Mr. Element, good to see you, man. 16 deep. It's just a bad angle of notation. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. I appreciate you stopping in, sir. Thank you. Good to see you. Been a bit. And yes, can't circumvent the tariffs. The CEO is the determining factor of tariff, not the country of shipment. Okay. Country of origin. It's absolutely 16 deep. That's what it said. 2 feet tall, 4 feet long, 16 deep. Oh, okay. I feel better. I thought I was reading something horribly funky. It's gotta fit the van. Oh, man. I didn't think of that. But you're wrong. You're not wrong. Good point. Fruit non-perishable are treated different in customs. Ah. Ray, as far as I'm concerned, Dave, it's quality stuff, and Ace has handled issues that come up in the past. Yeah, I've seen him deal, I've seen him talk about all this stuff. Like, it's amazing. The only video of his that I've missed recently is the one talking about this, which is the thing that I'm most excited by. So, so yeah, clearly I've been pretty slammed. Maybe I need a vacation so I can just catch up on YouTube. This Musk is a big part of my falling out with NECA. Seeing a smaller company deliver a better dio at a better value really showed how many liberties NECA was taking with their fans. You can't. Yeah, I mean, it's it's pretty eye opening, honestly, the way Ace is able to handle a lot of this stuff. And you do wonder, okay, what's the profit margin we're trying to get for all these other companies? And how can Ace do it and still make enough money to keep going, right? It's easy to circumvent tariffs. All you have to do is have a squad of trained eagles that carry a satchel around the neck with each part that you need to build a dio. My God, man, why did I not think of that? And the eagles, ooh, oh, I'll think of this, especially if they like fly south. Well, that's not going to help us get stuff here from China. I was thinking of birds flying south for the winter, all that good stuff. So yeah, there's the Super Musk, and that's what is necessary. Now let me see. I want to find. I don't think the tiers are shown on this page, but I'm going to see if I'm wrong. I might be off. Oh, here we go. Never mind. Okay, so 500 orders, then you get the fire hydrant. 650, you get the USPS. Well, who knows? Maybe it won't say anything like USPS on it right now, but you get a mailbox. You get a street light with an LED, which is really cool at 800. And then at 1200, you get a phone booth with the LED. So you're going old school here. This is going to be a whole lot of Superman shots going on. So yeah, there's why I say that Ace needs 1200. I don't know that he has said that he needs a minimum to make any of them, but he needs a maximum for it to, or he needs at least this number to hit all these things. Now, help me out in the chat, guys. Has Ace said anything about he needs X number to be made before he's able to make it at all? Spaded one. Same thing with the bread van. Great value compared to everyone else. The man is here for us, I'm telling you. Spaded one McDis Dairy. Facts. The competition helps us get awesomeness. Yep. That's why I don't like, let's see, NECA has been selling less. Customers either losing interest or they're running out of characters worth getting. Sorry, Grammy April. I see, I think they need to do some updating, or like you can't run on stuff that is nostalgia bait for forever. Like you've got to get some newer stuff in there. And I think we're seeing that across entertainment, across toys. We're seeing it across all kinds of pop culture. People are kind of like, okay, what's the next thing? Like, what's the next new thing? And companies aren't willing to gamble. And I think that's going to hurt a lot of companies because eventually we're not going to be collecting anymore. So they're going to have to figure it out. Skew, dang autocorrect. Autocorrect is bad. I was telling somebody on the phone the other day, they said something about how, oh man, I forgot to check my spelling and everything before I sent the text. And I'm like, always blame Siri, man. That's what I do. Literally just posted the last of the NECAs in my house for sale yesterday. This is a Mezco and Mofex house from now on. Ooh, Spaded one just went hardcore. Man, not see, because you have the same taste as me looking like here right now, especially with Mofex. I am more tempted to get a Mezco because of you possibly than anybody else right now. John, I'm trying to save the money for this. It's a good price, but that's a lot of my disposable income. I believe they've got a 4 monthly installment plan going on this too, because I was looking at that. Yeah, pay with shop pay. So I think this falls in because shop does, they kind of tier how you pay for it. So like if it's a certain price, then you pay weekly. If it's a tier above, you pay bi-weekly, something like that. I believe this falls in the bi-weekly range. So if it's 308 plus tax, so 308, I did the math earlier today and totally blew it, but basically you're looking at $77, $78 every 2 weeks. So if you can swing that, then game on. But yeah, it is a lot of disposable income, but you can pay it over 2 months. I would wait for a payday. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Phone booth light, street light does too. 1,200 for all bonuses. Minimum order quantity, minimum. Okay, I knew that for all the bonuses. What I'm wondering, Skew, is there a minimum for Ace to produce this? Or has he already hit it? Zoinks! You're good, man. Ray, yeah, I gotta save up for this too. I don't know how I'll be able to get all the goodness that's out there. Toys are so much better now. They are, and they're so much pricier for it too. So that gets tough. Ghost Tab, I just bought the Kits Concept Zenity Pod. I need to re-energize my wallet before buying this. Yeah, and it's gonna be after the early bird. It goes from 250 to 300. So everybody knows. So I mean, yeah, it goes up another $50, and that sucks for sure. But it's not like it's not going to be available. See, saying John, early bird makes a big difference. Right. Oh, nice. I didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe I can use that shop pay. Yep. That's what I'm looking at, honestly. Until Toypixx is making all kinds of money, I'm kind of looking at, okay, maybe this is how I swing it. Stop the presses, pay the premium, and get whatever Mezco Gomez or Mezco owned character you can afford. It's pretty eye opening how good their first party character figs are. I know, I know. Okay, all right. I will find one. I will find one at some point, and I will probably send you something. Be like, okay, dude, I got this one. We'll talk about it. I'll put it up here. Like, you know that when I get my first Mezco figure, it's gonna be a video. Like, it has to be a video because people will click on a video that says my first Mezco. So yeah, I will get something. Hopefully this year. There's a lot in the pipeline that I need to figure out first. It'll be produced, he said. Only the bonuses is dependent on MOQ. Got it, Skew. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, guys. So that's where we're at. I mean, I know we've talked a lot about dios tonight, but when it comes to figure photography, I think dios are, depending on how seriously you want to take it, depending on how much fun you want to have doing it, and depending on the look you're going for, I think dios are pretty much needed. Like for me, I know I need them not just for business, but because when I take photos, I need to have more backgrounds and things I can use that are going to just look, they're going to put things in a real world setting and they're going to be totally immersive. These are the kinds of shots I need to start focusing on because, frankly, for my own artistic eye, things are getting stale. So I need to step it up. Fortunately, this office is going to let me do that. John, I'll be honest, Mezco is 2 for 2 character wise with me. Destro and Snake Eyes are both awesome. I got some accessories from them as well, and those are great too. Man, I know. I think you've talked about Destro. I've heard several people talk about Destro and Snake Eyes. So I'm trying not to be tempted by their Joes just because I do get some Hasbro Joes, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I decide. It's gonna be crazy times. But anyway, ladies and gents, we're closing in on, it's about 9 o'clock. This has been a long one. So hopefully you guys saw something here that you thought was really cool that you'll be able to pick up, that you can pick up. I mean, BBTS has a pay in for. We're looking at the Super Musk has a pay in for. So if that's a problem and you're like, I don't know, hopefully that makes things a little easier for you. Because, like, I know that what I'll be doing for Toypixx is I'll be doing product photography for other things. So that's going to help me bring in some money. And it's not necessarily going to be fixed. I'll be able to do it as I'm able to get more contracts. So I'll be better here very shortly. But for now, I'm totally looking at these paying for systems. Spaded one, they're admittedly pricey, but if you're already messing with Mophex, then you're in the same territory and the accessories are wild. Pistols with swappable mags and racking slides, etc. at 112. I know, I know. I did get the double, what was it? Double Trouble gun pack, and I thought that was really cool. I just don't have any of their figures yet. Whew. So yeah, it's about time to run. Let me get through some of these here. And thanks for the good stream. I'm down for Super Musk. Awesome, Ray. Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it. I hope we all get these musks very soon and get to shooting. Get to snapping. Super Musk. Take care, Skew. Thanks for stopping in, man. Have a great week, Ray. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Double Double was awesome. I have that one. Double Trouble. Okay, okay. Double Double. Clearly, I'm thinking of food. Anyway, ladies and gents, as always, thanks a ton for stopping by. I know you could have done anything with your time tonight, and you chose to stop here, and it's massively appreciated. So, until next time, which is Monday, have fun. Happy snapping. See ya. This is where I hit end stream, and I never know when.